Man, so what I'm vibing with about J. Cole, what was the question? Because I want to restate the question. Gotcha. First initial thoughts and reactions regarding the track. Between this and what J. Cole released last year, right around the pandemic, I think it was like a little 2-track EP. And we reviewed it. I want to say it was on the podcast review. Myke was on that one, if I'm not mistaken. But between that and this, J. Cole bang.
Man, when I put this on, first I was disappointed when I saw the title. I said, interlude? Like, for real? You just gonna give us an interlude? Like, what is this? Like, we want an actual song. And then I saw the length of it when I pressed play, and I saw that it was only like barely 2 minutes or right at 2 minutes long. I was like, okay, this is a bullshit. And it's some shit that J. Cole would do. But I can't deny that the shit was fucking nice. So you know, I think when I reflected on it, it was a smart idea to kind of give people a taste. You know, like you said, an interlude. Like, this is like what you could possibly expect on this album.
Yeah, man. So J. Cole, the interlude, man. I didn't even realize he was dropping this. But it was a cool surprise. I mean, I'm probably, I don't think the crew really mess with J. Cole like that, with the exception of like Feefo, but I'm always behind the camera, and I actually do mess with J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? I know B used to mess with him back in the day, like the early mixtapes and stuff.
I used to be a real huge J. Cole fan back in the warm up and Friday Night Lights era. I said it in the early Dead Hip Hop videos. Matter of fact, our second Dead Hip Hop video, I was like, J. Cole is gonna be the next dude to be like that guy in hip hop, and he is. But I feel like ever since then, man, most of his projects he's been releasing, maybe with the exception of 2014, Forest Hills Drive, everything has just been so mediocre for me with J. Cole. Like, I don't know, and we said it on the Dreamville compilation part 3. Now that was a J. Cole, I was like, okay, that's J. Cole that sound like he's interested. He needs to go over different production a lot more. Yeah, he was snapping on that Dreamville. On this one, it was just kind of like, okay, this is the same Born Center-ish, KOD-ish J. Cole. He's talking about some good things, but I feel like he just doesn't.
So initial thoughts on this song is I actually loved it. I loved it. I loved this song. I know it's crazy. I really enjoyed this song, man. I like that beat. Like, I don't know what that sample was. It sounded almost like a guitar. But I loved the fact that J. Cole used like a really unorthodox flow over that beat. Because he could have played it real safe. Like, he could have just done like some common shit and just like rapped real, like, not basic, but you know, real smooth and just kind of left it alone. But like, the way he was doing that, like his inflection with his flow was just like really, really, really dope. So yeah, I fuck with this song.
He sounds hungry and he sounds conscious, which obviously he's always been conscious, but it just, I don't know, like there's passion in his voice. I think sometimes, you know, you can go back to all of our reviews. J. Cole sometimes is monotone. Sometimes you don't hear that. He just sounds like he's rapping a rap, but it's different.
J. Cole rapped his ass off. I love the flow choice. I love what he's doing here.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I was looking forward to a J. Cole track. You know what I'm saying? I listened to it when it dropped or whatever, and you know, it was light. You know, I won't say it was light. I guess it was light in the sense of like how long it was or whatever. So it was light in that sense. But no, I think J. Cole brought what he normally does, and you know, it was cool. It was cool. I'd rather just wait for the album. Like this not something that I'm just gonna just return to before the album comes or whatever like that. It just didn't do that for me. I thought it was odd that he dropped like just the interlude though. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of weird. But nah, man, he did his thing on it. He did his thing on it.
And it could be the execution. Part of that is he needs to. I hope he's dealing with different producers. I hope he tap in. If he I hope he don't produce this whole thing himself. I hope he tap in with Pharrell, somebody that can kind of push him a different direction. Yeah, get too comfortable on your own production. And look, I'm telling you, that Dreamville joint, all of us was like, yo, J. Cole was snapping on that joint. Oh, J. Cole was snapping on it. Like, we was all like hype. We was like, okay, if this is J. Cole we gonna get in these next couple of albums, I'm here for it. But yeah, this interlude track is just like, oh my God. And you know, people making excuse, oh, it's just called an interlude. No, you release it. You release it to the masses, then it's gonna get talked about. People gonna have their opinions on it. I don't care if it's an interlude or not. I've heard dope interludes. I'm pretty sure you heard dope interludes before. Yeah, man, this interlude joint just got me kind of like, golly, J. Cole, this shit. Like, it was a couple times I played it, I forgot the track was on. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. But
I don't think it's weird that he dropped an interlude. Well, it's weird, yes, but I don't think it's a problem. I actually think it's kind of cool because when people were talking about, oh, J. Cole's dropping a single, they were expecting a certain thing. And J. Cole's just like, nah, I'm just gonna sprinkle y'all with a little interlude. This is all you're gonna get. You're gonna get a couple of bars and a sort. I don't even think there was a hook on there, was it? Yeah. He just wanted to rap real quick, and that's it. I think that's probably partly why I liked it so much. Cause it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a full single that's radio ready. This shit ain't radio ready. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna just rap real quick, and that's it.
You know, is it strange for the single to be called interlude or be the interlude of the project? I think it could be a smart marketing decision if the project is as fire as he believes it is. Because if the interlude is this fire and it's so fire that it's a single, then that means that the rest of the project gotta be, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But like I said, going back to last year and this,
you release as a single, so this is what you're releasing to the people to get them hype or excited for your album. For me, it's not really. Now, it'd be different if you release something different. I'm like, oh shit, J. Cole snapping on this shit, man. I can't wait for this off-season album. But no.
So the thing about J. Cole, anything he's been on, man, he's pretty much been killing it. So, you know, I didn't even really need a single to anticipate a J. Cole album. I'm ready for a J. Cole album whenever, you know, it comes out. I'm really anticipating the Jid album. I don't know if you want to put that in the shit, but nah, man, I'm fine with J. Cole. J. Cole makes quality music, man, that, you know, I know it's gonna be something on there of substance. So this track is just a precursor to that. You know what I mean? So I think it's just gonna be on this J. Cole shit. I think he had some lines in it too that was pretty cool. And I know he said something about Nipsey and Pimp C being 33 and died like Jesus was 33 or whatever. So I thought that was a dope line.
I thought the shit was fucking dope, man. J. Cole rapped his ass off. I love the flow choice. I love what he's doing here. And then, so yeah, I fuck with it. I thought the beat was dope. I thought it ended well. I thought he did enough rap-wise to keep my attention through the whole thing. So, yeah.
I'm glad you asked that, because he put a documentary called Applying Pressure. I think that's what it's called. And I was watching, that's like a 12-minute documentary of just him just talking about the process of making the album and just, you know, how his background when he was in New York, when he was making albums and stuff like that. So I'm hoping he's gonna play with some sounds a little bit more with this album. Just from the little snippets he was playing throughout the documentary, I was like, okay, I've never heard J. Cole over that type of beat. I never heard J. Cole over that. So I'm hoping with this album, he's gonna kind of push himself production-wise and play with some sounds a little more. So that's what I'm hoping for with this one.
I think J. Cole. So I think the version we're gonna get from J. Cole, this version is gonna be the KOD version. I think we're gonna get the KOD version of J. Cole. I think he's over that, what Forever Drive or whatever, the Forest Hill Drive. I think he's over that shit, man. I think he's evolving and expanding. He's trying to be, quote unquote, less boring, which is a tag that he's been, you know, hit with. And I think he's trying to be more interesting, trying to, you know, he always was able to be dope and creative enough to you know, have a career this long. But I think now he's gonna really kind of unleash the talent that he has. So, and this track seems like it's like it's just a precursor to that. So he's gonna take what he did before, man, and just add to it.
I'm one of those guys where I like certain J. Cole songs. I'm not typically sucked into an album. The first thing that had me interested, and I almost tweeted this, but I didn't want to get a whole bunch of shit from people that are, you know, yeah, I didn't want to get a whole bunch of Twitter hate, but I was like, J. Cole's album cover is fucking dope. That was the first thing. I was like, this album cover is dope as shit. And I was like, damn, I really hope the music matches up to it. Album cover came out, then the track dropped, and I'm like, okay, I really fuck with this track. I don't think you're gonna get a lackluster J. Cole. I think that J. Cole might be tired of people like me that talk shit or make certain jokes and take jokes too far. He might just be overhearing that shit. This, I mean, typically when I hear a J. Cole album, I always say, okay, yeah, this dude can rap well. But for some reason, it doesn't bring me back to the album. If he's doing this kind of shit where he's playing with flows and he's doing things differently, I can see myself really being interested. But if it's called the off season, I don't know much about basketball, but maybe this is him saying that the whole basketball shit is done. You know, I mean, he has the basketball hoop lit on fire, you know?
So like, yeah, so as far as execution and everything with like some of his past projects, like For Your Eyes Only or KOD, like, you know, like I think J. Cole has a vision for a project and he tackles it the way he wants to. So I'm sure he has a vision for this one. Is going to tackle this, you know, the way that he wants to. Because For Your Eyes Only had a certain theme and vibe to it. KOD had a separate theme and vibe, and I think he executes it whenever he goes out for it. So you know, I don't. Let me see. So yeah, whatever J. Cole decides to do with this new theme or whatever he decides to bring, man, I think he has a lot to say. There's a lot been going on since the last time he put out an album. So I think he would have a lot of introspective things to talk about on this album, address a lot of things. So I think again, this interlude is like a precursor to that, for him to address and go with a theme again.
Look, do I think he's gonna go back to his old mixtape days and stuff like that, man? Look, J. Cole, I always say this like in our reviews. I always love artists that they'll take like a little thing that they said and make it into like an entire concept because it was always deeper than the one word or the one bar that they used. And I just think that, you know, people, the real J. Cole stans know. You know what I'm saying? Like Friday Night Lights, like they know. You know what I'm saying? So this is, I don't know, man. I don't know. J. Cole is a deep thinker. I don't think that this is gonna be surface level. The interlude is not surface at all. He's talking a lot. Like he's talking about like a lot of stuff that's happening. He mentions Pip C and Nipsey. He's talking about how like the EMTs are holding, you know, your dead son or daughter or whatever, like a surrogate mother. Like there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole is harboring this energy from both sides. And when you hear a track like this, how soulful it sounds like something that Kanye produced when he first came out. And then the passion in his voice, you don't often hear that. So if this is a culmination of all of that, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I knew he played ball, and he just signed to play with some African team in Rwanda, I think. So wow, that's actually pretty fucking smart. You signed to play with Rwanda, and now you have the album title is the off season. I don't know anything about the album, so yeah, I'm just not finding all this stuff out. So I didn't have a chance to really think about it.
Again, I think that this is gonna be the album that puts a foot up the ass of assholes like me that are just, you know, say whatever we say, but. I've always thought J. Cole is a really good rapper, but this is the first time where I've been like, yo, he's really doing something extremely creative with his flow. He didn't have to do that. On that beat, he didn't have to do that. I feel like he gave us a present with that. He could have just came on there and just rapped. But that flow was like, all right, J. Cole, I feel this.